Wood Ash Furnishings is a proud sponsor of the Buddy Pugh Show.
South Carolina State with a tough loss on Saturday to North Carolina Central, 40-10. And Coach, when we look and hear the comments before the game, everything pretty much the way you thought it would be. It's very difficult when you hold a team to just barely 200 yards of total offense, but you don't factor in 5 turnovers.
You don't, and you know, it was a very, very disappointing effort for our especially the offensive team, and the fact that we did turn the football over in some pretty difficult ways. So, you know, it's one of those kind of deals where, you know, we got a lot of work to do there. And, you know, I don't know now whether or not we go back with the same people or not, but we got work to do.
Well, let's go and look at how we started on Saturday as far as the team and the starters on Saturday. There you have, of course, the offensive line, Tristan Bellamy, Avery Grant. At times, we did well, especially you wanted to start early, Coach, a 69-yard drive to start the football game.
Right. We got the ball down close at the very beginning and didn't quite get it in. And, you know, you see these guys here that, you know, that made some plays from time to time. You see, you know, Lambert Givens was playing some tight end for us. Dwight Brandon's making a play or two. Richard had a tough game. Scoot Simmons had a decent game. Didn't do great, but, you know, had a run or two on defense. You know, you see Curtis and Hargrave. Those guys always seem to play pretty good. The guy I'm worried about right now is Joe Thomas a little bit, because Joe's nicked up a little bit. Joe and Jakar Hamilton, you see coming up here, Jakar and Joe both look like they may be out for a while.
Courtney Ingram had another great ball game. Justin Hughes played well. A strong game defensively for South Carolina State's defense. Darius Drummond had a tough play, came back and made a huge play on defense with an interception on Saturday, which of course factored into the ball game as well, as from the standpoint of the defense. And the kicking game was decent on Saturday, had some moments, but the defense once again bailed it out when we had mistakes in the kicking game. But it was just all in all a tough game for South Carolina State, especially when you have one side of the football playing so well. And as you said, Coach, the offense struggled during this football game. Now, the way it started, North Carolina Central won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they kick off to us, and I thought we started off pretty well.
We did. We didn't have a great kickoff return here, but, you know, we got out to about the 20-yard line, and we hit Elmo here on the little out route. He gets the first down.
South Carolina State moving the football down the field again on this first possession. I thought you spreaded them out, Coach. You found some lanes. Were able to effectively really run the football as Richard Q takes advantage here.
Yeah, you know, we make plays like this from time to time. You know, the big problem we're having is that we don't have enough big plays. You know, we don't have enough 10-yard runs or more. And, you know, when you're trying to move the football as methodically as we have to move it down the field, you just give yourself so many opportunities to make mistakes because you have, you know, just tons and tons of snaps in the drive.
And, you know, you talk about mistakes on the drive, and from the standpoint of running the football, Julius Pendergrass is the leading ball carrier on Saturday with 89 yards. And, again, a lot falling on quarterback Richard Q. And, Coach, you know, when it came to decision-making, there were times he made great decisions like here, but other times in situations like that where you just make the wrong decision and puts your team in a tough situation.
Yeah, you're right. I sometimes wish we just go ahead and run, you know, down the hill like we're running here, as opposed to, you know, scrambling around and going helter-skelter as we seem to be doing at time to time.
And the two tight end offense certainly gave us an opportunity to go downhill a good bit on Saturday. First drive, 13 plays, 69 yards. Nick Belcher caps it off with a 29-yard field goal. 6:18 to go, 6 minutes and 18 seconds on that drive with 8:42 to go in the first quarter. We're up 3-0, and this is going pretty much the way we hoped it would on Saturday.
Yeah, it was.
And then you kick off, of course, to North Carolina Central, and they get good field position, Coach, and now back up the field. Arthur Goforth, not much inside here.
No, you see a host of guys, you know, tackling here. You see Justin and Glover and some other guys getting in on the tackle there. Joe Thomas.
Joe Thomas getting in on the tackle. Going up top here, Darius Drummond gets flagged here for a pass interference penalty, and had he realized where the football was, I thought maybe had an opportunity to pick it off, but Oleg Parent would try to tie the football game with a field goal. No points there for North Carolina Central, and you got to be feeling pretty good about yourself.
Well, you know, you feeling like you bullet this of sorts, but at the same time, they did miss the field goal, so we got a pretty good little gain. And then pretty good little play, and then we get the ball out to Dwight Brandon here on the little naked play.
Dwight Brandon picks up 16 yards on the first down, and then we come back on second down and go up top once again. Nearly a big play here by Tyler McDonald, but that was how the afternoon would go.
Right. We're not finding any of the deep balls that way, and, you know, that's what's hurting us a bunch. And, you know, we get a low snap there, and, you know, sometimes, you know, I try to say to these guys that, they can't be too low. You got to scoop it up kind of like you do a shortstop. But then Darius Drummond comes back and makes a nice play out there in the flat for us to take the ball back for us.
Darius, a sophomore, junior out of Asheville, North Carolina, and now South Carolina State avoiding a bullet. Linnell Elmore caught the football well when given the opportunity on Saturday.
He did. And you got another little Wildcat kind of looking play there with Julius Pendergrass that we used a good bit in this game.
A lot of success in the Wildcat, and of course Richard Q, when you do that Wildcat, Coach Q's in a position where it looks like the snap could go to either player.
It could, and we get a chance there to give him a chance to kind of be a little bit deceptive, and we get a chance to have a good ball carrier there where we ordinarily would run our quarterback.
Javon Hargraves, another tackle here inside, and now a 43-yard field goal attempt, and Oleg Parent knocks it down. His longest field goal of the season for North Carolina Central. And with 13-13 to go here in the first half, we're all tied at 3 apiece, but again, feeling good because we've been able to move the ball successfully. Trey Williams getting on the corner.
Yeah, we get Trey out here on the flat, and we try to throw another little ball here, and I don't know exactly what we're trying to do here. This is a first down play. I'd like to see us, at least, maybe throw the football away, but, we don't.
Malik Cromartie comes up with an interception. They take it deep down to the Bulldog territory, but a penalty would bring it back on a penalty on the return. Central comes back with a big catch here for North Carolina Central. That's nicely on the catch. And again, off left tackle, this is Arthur Goforth, 13 yards out. That was a little play, Coach. They usually run it inside. He was able to bounce it outside. There was no one there, and they go up 10-3 with 10:29 to go here in the first half. Still feeling pretty good about it, and Derek Wiley comes in the game, gives us a different look and a good game.
Yeah, we do get a good game here with Derek. We get a holding penalty, and then we try to go to a little bubble screen out here, and this is a disastrous play here. Caleb gets the ball taken away from him, and
Tasman Foster picks it up, rumbles down the sidelines. Woods step out of bounds. No, he didn't step out of bounds on that particular play, but gets it into the end zone, and all of a sudden now, instead of being down 10-3, it's 17-3. Still a lot of time to go in the first half, but we would settle down, and Richard Cube comes back after being out, Coach, and it seems like when he goes out and he comes back in, he's a different player.
Yeah, well, and we decided we were going to go ahead and try to just run the ball downhill on him from a two-back style of offense, although we use two tight ends. We don't really have a fullback, but, we give the football around to, those guys down here. And then you see Pendergrass on the little Wildcat play again, a little power play that we run here. And you see another one here, and he makes a nice cut back into the backside and scores. 29
yards, Julius Pendergrass on that run. That came with 3:32 to go in the 4:50 to go in the first half. 17-10. It's still a ball game. Less than 5 minutes to go in the first half. But this is where the wheels really started to come off for the Bulldogs.
And a little bit disappointed in the fact that our defense starts to give up some yardage here, and this is a third down play here, and they get the ball just kind of out on a little dump off to go forth, and we get our backer who triggers and probably shouldn't, and they end up getting the ball in the end zone. This was probably the time during the game when I was really most disappointed in our defense.
38 seconds to go in the first half, down 23-10, a little bit of time left, and Richard Q just throws this thing up for grabs. Malik Cromartie will pick it off, back down the field, and this sort of broke the game open right here when they were able to get great field position.
At this point, I'm trying to decide whether, we're going to take a knee or whatever at the end of the half, and you don't expect to get pressure there. You think you can kind of take a shot down the field. They can get the football back at the beginning of the second half, and you say, well, heck, if we get down there and get a field goal or something, you do, but it blew up in our face.
That was the way the first half ended. 30-10, North Carolina Central leading South Carolina State. We'll take a break here on the Buddy P Show and come back with more after this timeout.